Heading now on the downhill side after the halfway mark. We actually have 5 weeks left, including this week. A couple of things to bring to your attention. Number one, I want to really emphasize those of you who haven't started yet with any of your materials, you need to get going and be responsible. If you wait until the end of the semester and then try to dump, and that's the word that is used in Moody's Handbook, dump all of your assignments at once, I will mark you down. First of all, it's not fair to me to expect to get adequate time to grade everything accurately. But secondly, that's not really learning. That's just dumping a bunch of papers with words on them. If you are working steadily and getting your things into me, and I will be catching up on the correcting this week and getting that all back to you, that will give you feedback that you need to improve as you go along. Otherwise, you're not learning, you're not growing. You may think you are, but until you have learned that humble state that Christ had before the Father, you're not learning. Okay, so on your assignments, please get going on those. Also, if you have special needs or if you have something coming up, please don't wait until after the fact to tell me. Let me know right away. Okay. With reflective writings, there are a couple of things I want to remind you of. Number one, a bibliography is required. I require a bibliography after on every reflective essay that we do, and especially the ones now that are based on a particular prompt. You need to have the bibliography with the textbook and with your Bible as at least 2 entries. And then if you use any outside resources, of course, you have to have those included. But the bibliography with the textbook and the Bible is a requirement, and it needs to be at the end of every reflective essay that you turn in. On the tests, we have a midterm exam. Midterm exam comes after lesson 4, and some of you are there. I haven't actually looked in the grade book yet. I've been working on grading individual assignments. But when you take your test, the midterm or the final, I want you to remember something. And I stressed this at the beginning of the course, but you may have forgotten. While it is a timed test and it is a closed book test online, I do allow you to use notes. Now, these are notes you take when you're doing your reading, going through with note cards or with OneNote on your computer or a handwritten pad next to you. Either way, any way is okay, as long as you're taking notes that are usable, as long as you can use them. That's important. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to bring up was the term paper, which is due in the 8th week after lesson 8, rather. But I want to point out something too. I did last week put up an alternative idea for a project that you could do in lieu of the term paper if you choose it. And that is a digital journal. And the explanation and details of what's required with the individual journal, the digital journal, are on both my video from last week as well as a Word file that I put up with the video explaining in more detail what the requirements are for the digital journal. So you can check those things out. That's it for this week. I'll be back to talk to you about some more things later. But for now, I hope you have a great time. I hope your summer is starting to heat up a little bit. God bless and take care. I'll talk to you again this week.